I used to be very self-conscious of my gray hair because it's all in the front. But I love it. I really do because it's a part of me. And people say, "Oh, it's you got gray hair from worry." Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? I worry a lot, but it's a part of me. I love it, and I embrace it. I'm Wyndolyn Brown, and I am the CEO and founder of Empowerment for Hope. Our organization supports those that are affected by sex trafficking and gender-based violence. As I am a survivor of sex trafficking. I wanted to use my story to inspire hope and to show others that recovery truly is possible. I first experienced trauma by watching mom and dad with the domestic violence. I just couldn't understand why he had to be like that with her. I just couldn't get it. But I noticed when he drank a lot, that's when he would be really violent. Even just watching my parents, with that domestic violence, that shaped everything that fell afterwards, just like the domino effect. Because I went from one trauma into another trauma, it shaped the course of my relationships. To be honest, I wouldn't even understand love. And, I even, remember even in my own mind thinking what did I do wrong? By the time I was a young teenager, I was sexually assaulted. I was trafficked for a number of years. And, from that, I fell into intimate partner violence with different partners. This picture here, I had Tanisha in Toronto, and this is her father holding her in his hands. He was abusive throughout my whole pregnancy, to the point they had to put me in the hospital on bed rest because she stopped moving, because he beat me with he literally took the coffee table and it had 4 legs on it. And I was trying to leave, but he whacked me down across my back and took one of the legs off and beat me across my leg. So I always had a problem with this leg and, in pressing on it because I know it used to be a blood clot. After that, I married Russell. This was a good day. I was happy that day when me and Russell got married. He was abusive, He was more verbal and physical, more verbal and physical abusive to me. This was my wedding album. And if you notice, there's no picture. Because part of my healing journey and getting over the trauma of my life with Russell, I got rid of those things. And it just shows me from where I was and how far I have come. It seemed like every man that I was with, really, in the beginning, my children's father, that was a lot. It took me a while to get away from him, I just, because I grew up and synced that within my own house with my parents. I know it wasn't right, but I kind of accepted it because I got so complacent in seeing it and hearing about it. Where else was I gonna go? I'd break up with the guy, then next thing I'm sorry, he's back, and we go through it again. It's just a cycle. I got to a place where, okay, enough is enough. That incident that happened at New Year's, the part of domestic violence or intimate partner violence, it affected me because it was somebody that I knew of. It affected me because I know that that's something that's been going on for quite some time. It affected me because it was a Black woman losing her life to the hands of her boyfriend. Seeing it in general, with other families, whether it's across this province or not, this is a big part of why we have to put some prevention measures in place. And a big part of doing that is working with the men. Our goal is to offer a safe, supportive space for those who are struggling and to provide the tools they need to create a better future. If you work with both sides, the abuser and the victim, then and only then can family be sustained, can the generational trauma and underlying issues that people are going through, especially the abusers, will be addressed. Because as long as it's not going to be, we're going to be having more femicides and intimate partner violence. Now looking at the two of them together in their old age, that's her friend. That's his friend. You know, everything is mommy and daddy, you know?
They're good now.
They are good. They are good. It took a long time to get to that place, but they are good. Yeah, I'm an example that people can turn their life around, you know, from all the trauma that I have been through, even the stuff that I put myself through with the drug addiction, you know, even working in the sex trade myself. And, you know, here I am, the suicide attempts, the homelessness. I thank God that I don't look like what I've been through, because there was a time I used to look like what I've been through. But because of my healing journey, I don't look like that. And when I say that, I mean mentally, emotionally, and even physically. I'm totally different.
Here we go.
What do you see in the mirror?
Resilience. I see freedom. I see hope. I see blessed. I see somebody who made it through the storm. Thank God. Honest to God, now that we're saying all that, it literally took me a long time to actually stand in the mirror and see goodness in myself. Oh, I'm beautiful. Okay, wow. We're moving along, honey.
Yep.
We're moving along. Get the moist. I always like doing this because I lived 3 years on the street myself, so I didn't have this. Nobody came and did this stuff for me. And everything that I'm doing by giving back to the community is stuff that I wish was in place for me. I look at these guys over here at this encampment, and there's many encampments around, but this is close to my heart because I grew up here. When I first think that, it really, really hurt me to see that this is happening because, you know, homelessness, I've been through that myself. So a little bit about my life journey. By the time I was 15, I was in love. I was 15 years old and I was in love with this 24-year-old man. He could empathize in his own way. At that time, I didn't realize that he was using my vulnerability against me to lure me into prostitution. Because I fell into drugs, that turned into homelessness. I had a lot of mental health issues. You know, I was homeless for 3 years, from Halifax all the way to Toronto. Here in Halifax, I used to coach surf sometimes. I used to sleep up on the commons, in the bushes, close to the left side of the oval, to be honest. I didn't have a tent. I used to just have a sleeping bag or a blanket and sleep on cardboard. In Toronto, it was cold. I used to sleep behind the Eaton Center on top of the heating grate, or in the bushes at Queen's Park, which was frequented by the LGBT community because it was one place that I could go and I could sleep and I know that nobody would ever touch me because they always looked out for me. Yes, I have survived a lot, you know, but I conquered a lot too. So, and even though I say I'm a survivor, but I'm a conqueror because I've survived so much, but I conquered so much also to be where I am right now. Actually, I'm even sitting in front of you to be where I am, to be able to tell you this.
And you can do the.
Okay, sure, boo. Okay, thank you. That'll work. That'll work, honey.
She decided one day that she just wanted, you know, to just change. She did. Everything's still a process. We're still human. But as you see, she took that and made it into something better for herself and others.
Because there's less men than there are women. So if just from what I was counting when I was here yesterday, it feels good because it's my family. It makes me know that you guys believe in what I'm doing, you know, even when you don't be saying it all the time. But I know you guys do, you know, because I'm totally different than the woman and the mother that I used to be.
Because it does take a strong mind to like overcome addiction and even homelessness and wanting to get out the situation. I've seen her homeless, like I've seen her at this point. So it's just really good. I don't want to get emotional, but yeah, it was nice. I just can't talk right now.
No, he was taking one for a woman.
You're by yourself? Okay.
No, if you got
No, I'm by myself. Yeah, I got one.
Oh, you got one? Okay.
Okay. They're coming out of the tent over there. You take care of yourself, Catherine.
I'm gonna go and let these folks know that.
Yeah, because I told them earlier. Yeah, thank you, PJ. Thank you. I gave out all my blessing bags, which is our first annual community give back through Empowerment for Hope. This was a great success. I'm just happy to put a smile on everybody's face. What's your name?
Greg.
Greg.
Yeah.
I'm Wyndolyn.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. Give him a blue bag.
This is Min's.
Yeah.
A woman's bag.
Here you go, my love.
She come from here too. She knows exactly what we're going through.
How big is your stove?
She actually turned her life around for the better. That should tell everybody that they can do it too.
There you go, sweetie.
And I believe even when I get housed, I'll be still back here helping as much as I can.
My name is Deandra Francis. I am the sister to Wyndolyn Brown, the CEO of Empowerment for Hope. She is living proof that everybody that's here and in any homeless encampment can come out of what they're in with just a little bit of help.
Yeah, 'cause she wasn't in your life for periods of time.
Yes, and if I'm being honest, there was a time where I didn't even want to hug her. And I'm sad to say that, but I didn't want to hug her because I was like, she's a person that I can't touch. She's on drugs. She's going to take from me. She's going to do this. And I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I get it. I get it. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I understand, sis. I understand. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I love you. I love you, sis. It's all
I
good.
love you too.
It's all good. Everything I do, it makes me feel good to do this because I didn't have this for myself. Don't get me wrong. I can go to a soup kitchen or a food bank, but I didn't have anybody going around giving me clothing or coming to where I was sleeping at to give me clothing or to give me food. God bless you. You'll see me again. No matter what I do is always what I wish was in place for myself. God bless.
Really so much.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back with the food.